In the shadow-draped valleys of 16th century Japan, a time of ceaseless conflict known as the Sengoku Period, a woman's grief was forged into a weapon deadlier than any sword. Her name was Mochizuki Chiyome, a noblewoman of the Koga clan and wife to Mochizuki Moritoki, a samurai lord and nephew to the formidable warlord Takeda Shingen. Their life was one of privilege, bound by duty and honor. But the battlefield is indifferent to status. When Moritoki fell in the Fourth Battle of Kawanakajima, Chiyome's world shattered, leaving her a widow in a land where a woman's power was often tied to her husband. Yet, her connection to Takeda Shingen would not only save her, but give her a new clandestine purpose. Shingen, known as the Tiger of Kai, was a master strategist, a man who understood that wars were won not only by armies clashing in the open, but by whispers in the dark, by secrets stolen from castle corridors and guarded camps. He saw in his grieving niece not a fragile widow, but a sharp, resilient mind with an unwavering loyalty to the Takeda clan. He approached her with a proposition, a mission that would redefine her life and carve a secret chapter into the annals of Japanese history. He tasked her with creating a network of spies, an underground intelligence web that would stretch across the warring provinces. But these would be no ordinary agents. They would be women, Kunoichi, female ninja whose greatest strength was being utterly underestimated. To the world, Chiyome established a refuge in the village of Nezu, a school for orphaned girls, victims of the endless strife. She took them in, offering shelter, food, and education. But beneath this veneer of charity, a rigorous and deadly curriculum was taught. The girls learned the traditional arts expected of women, dancing, tea ceremonies, and music. Yet these skills were honed for espionage. A dance could be a coded message, the pouring of tea an opportunity to overhear a secret conversation. They trained as shrine maidens, Miko, wandering priestesses, performers, and courtesans, roles that gave them unparalleled access to all levels of society, from peasant villages to the inner circles of rival warlords. They were taught to be ghosts, to move unseen and unheard. They learned disguise, infiltration, the art of seduction, and the use of poisons. They mastered small, concealable weapons, hairpins that were deadly needles, fans with razor-sharp edges. Chiyome's network of kunoichi grew, spreading like an invisible vine across the heart of Japan. Her agents, known as Aruki Miko, or walking priestesses, traveled the land, gathering information on troop movements, betrayals, and political alliances. They reported on harvest yields, which could predict a domain's ability to sustain a war, and on the morale of enemy soldiers. The intelligence they fed back to Takeda Shingen was invaluable, giving him a decisive edge in his campaigns. He could anticipate his enemies' moves, exploit their weaknesses, and sow discord within their ranks, often without them ever knowing the source of their misfortune. They became his eyes and ears, a phantom army that fought with whispers instead of steel. Chiyome, once a grieving wife, was now a spymaster, a matriarch of shadows commanding hundreds of loyal agents. She was a Kage no Josei, a woman in the shadows whose influence was felt across the battlefields she never set foot on. She proved that in a world dominated by samurai and their codes of open warfare, the most effective power was the kind that was never seen at all. After Takeda Shingen's death, history grows quiet about Mochizuki Chiyome. Like a true master of the shadows she cultivated, her ultimate fate is unknown. She vanished from all records, her network dissolving back into the fog of history, leaving behind only legends of the noblewoman who turned orphaned girls into the most effective spies in feudal Japan. Subscribe.